Hello, my YouTube friends. This is Kansas Hillbilly Prepper coming at you. And today I'm doing a VR for Jack's Coupon Angel. She's a relatively new prepper, and she's a smart lady. She's very interesting to watch. You need to show her a lot more YouTube love, and she's at 100 right now, 100 subs, and so she's having a giveaway. This giveaway, all she wants you to do is sub her friend, and which is Gabby, and I've already done that. So the next thing I got to do is tell a little story about something that has to do with how what your plans are when you're prepping um for like tornadoes and hurricanes and such. And well, I am a been a prepper for a little while, me and my wife, and we prepped ever since the storm that hit us in Tulsa in 2007 that froze us and we lost electricity for 14 days. And that 14 days was the hardest 14 days I've ever lived. And we had I mean, it was pretty difficult. But I did, and from that point on, my wife is prepped. And then this last big front that we had come through, my with the snow, what are they calling it? Snow apocalypse or whatever they called it. It came through, and the vortex came through here, and it just totally did our pipes. I mean, it tore them up everywhere along, and we had to almost do our whole redo our whole pipe system. So anyway, when you're prepping for anything, that caused us not to have water. And if we wouldn't have been prepped up, we'd been in trouble. We had enough to keep our water going. We kept it going for over 10 days. We kept we kept water in the house, everything. We were just fine because we'd been prepping this long. And we had plenty of water stored away. And that storage was a good thing. So, yes, we got to have water. You got to keep water stored. That's the biggest thing you can do. And it's in any situation, floods, anything. Even, I mean, you got to have water. And and then we had lots of extra food for us, so we wasn't too worried we couldn't get out. We had plenty of food stacked up. And we're now living on our preps because things have gotten rough at the job. So we've had a job thing hit us, or not the job, but it's more financial situation. I mean, with the high bills just killing us. And so yeah, you got to be prepared for everything between the electrical bill and the pipes and all this last couple of months. I've had no money at all for food. So we're living off of preps. If we wouldn't have had them, we'd been in trouble. So I mean, they're now getting low now, but we're gonna have to stop and restock at some point. But yeah, it's good to be stocked up. It's good to be prepared. It's good to have that extra edge because if you're ever in a storm, if anything ever goes wrong, you always got that extra stuff. You got to keep it in your backpack. If you go somewhere, you got to keep some extra in there. Water, food. You always have something. And so, that's just my story, and I mean, that we've been lucky and we had the extra, and so that's my story. You got to be prepped. You got to have water, food, medicine, and then you got to have something fun. You got to have something to keep your mind off things when you're going crazy. And then at last, you got to have something to keep it, and that gun's right there for it. So that's all the things you need. The gun's the last one, but it's very necessary. You got to be able to keep your preps. And I found out many times. If it wasn't for the gun, I wouldn't be here today. So that's just the way I feel about it. So everything is a necessity in prepping. So if you prep, don't matter for what purpose, you got to be ready for stuff, anything, not just if you're prepping for a tornado, you got to prep for everything. You got to prep for in case you lose your job while you're prepping for that tornado. It's always being prepared. That's just it's the Scouts motto. It was a Scouts motto when I was growing up. So yeah. So if you get a chance, sub this lady. Her name's Jax Coupon Angel, and this is for her contest. I hope I did a good enough job to represent her, and she takes me in for it and lets me be in her contest. So here you go, and this is Kansas Hillbilly Preppers saying, keep your loved ones close and watch out for that government.